Okay, I got a pretty big review for you guys to show today, and that is the Rocky Heavyweight Collection. This is a 6-disc Blu-ray set, and it's pretty awesome. It's got all 6 Rocky movies, and the only movies that's got extras is the first Rocky movie and Rocky Balboa. All movies 2 through 4 through 5 are bare bones, but they still got nice audio and video quality to them. And the extras on Rocky, the first Rocky movie, are amazing, and it's also remastered in 4K, so it looks incredible. The first Rocky movie, the first installment is about this struggling boxer that's trying to make ends meet and trying to get in a relationship with a pet shop worker named Adrian and deal with her crazy ass brother of hers who's also like a crazy drunk, and this dude named Apollo Creed hears about him and he wants to fight Rocky. He's also known as the Italian Stallion, and the fight choreography first movie is pretty awesome. And even though he didn't win the first fight, he did not exactly lose like Apollo Creed wanted him to, and so it was a split decision. And it made for a memorable movie moment. Rocky 2 picks up after that, and Apollo Creed's frustrated that some people felt that Rocky beat him, and he wanted a rematch with him. Plus, Rocky had to deal with this new fame and his wife getting pregnant, and Adrian, he becomes his wife now, and she gets pregnant, and she starts working too hard, and she ends up in a coma for a little bit, and she has a premature birth by 1 month, and fortunately the baby survived. And the second fight they have, Rocky actually wins, and that's still a good movie. Rocky 3 is things where it gets a little crazy. He goes for his donation charity fight and gets this wrestler named Thunder Lips, who's played by Hulk Hogan. And it is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in the entire franchise. Almost as ridiculous as Rocky 4, which I'll get to in a sec. And again, Clubber Lang's an awesome villain, Mr. T. And he inadvertently kills that poor bastard Mickey, his manager, and there was a heart-wrenching scene where Rocky cries over his fallen manager and friend. And Apollo Creed helps train Rocky to kick Clubber Lang's ass, and long story short, Clubber Lang gets his ass kicked. On to the next movie, Rocky 4, and that's where things really get silly, but in a good way. One of the first scenes is Paulie gets a robot for his birthday because Rocky's a millionaire, and it's just absurd. It gets more absurd from there. They're dealing with the Soviet Union on it, and they're dealing with this dude named Ivan Drago. He takes steroids, and they don't show it until like they're near the end of the movie, and he's been cheating. You figured they would ban that shit. I mean, that bastard kills Apollo Creed in the ring. Apollo Creed dies, and Rocky avenges his death, and Rocky nearly gets his ass kicked, but he kicks his ass. And that was a pretty awesome fight. Rocky 5 is things where it gets depressing a little bit. Not only he has retired, but he also loses millions of money due to the dumbass decision that Paulie did due to power of attorney, and that shady bastard spent all that money, and they lost all the millions, and they had to move back to the old neighborhood of Philadelphia where Rocky lived. And Sage Stallone, his son, who's unkindly It's bittersweet to see Sage Stallone as a son in Rocky V because he untimely passed away a couple years ago, and it was kind of sad to hear that. But his role in there is pretty good. The only thing that sucks about Rocky V is the trainer that Rocky trains, known as Tommy the Machine Gun. I mean, Tommy Gunn is just a lame-ass character. I mean, he starts to sign a deal with a shady boxer promoter, and he, like, wins the match and stuff, but he don't even thank Rocky for all his accomplishments. And a bunch of people got pissed off and like, they basically, fuck you, Tommy Gunn, you didn't support Rocky when he supported you. And it's just, and the next thing you know, there's this unsanctioned street fight at the end of the movie, and that's awesome. That's easily the best part of Rocky V. In fact, as a matter of fact, my brother told me he was probably around the internet, that was choreographed by wrestler legend Terry Funk, and I can see why. It is an awesome fight. Rocky V is probably the weakest film in the series, but it's not as bad as some people say it is.
Hey, Jay.
I wouldn't give it a 0 like Sylvester Stallone did.
You want me to, like, turn to you so that the people can see you?
No. Okay, now on to the final film, Rocky Balboa. He's retired now, he's got his own restaurant, and unfortunately, his wife passed away. And his son's got some kind of job, and I don't know what the hell he worked for, but he's still with his buddy and brother-in-law, Paulie, and he's still crazy as ever. And he runs our own restaurant named after his wife, Adrian's. And there's this boxer that's trying to struggle to look for any people to fight him because he's that damn good, and they didn't run a simulation where Rocky Balboa wins the fight, and they think Rocky Balboa is going to kick his ass, so they look for this guy. He's nowhere near as cocky as Apollo Creed was, but he's just looking for a guy that he wants to be on a head level with him. And Rocky 6 had like a pretty cool finale, and it just felt like a final installment in the series, and I felt it. It felt good. I mean, he lost the fights due to split decision, but he was still happy the way he pushed that guy to his limits, and it was still pretty amazing. It's a good movie overall. How to rank them? I'm going to rank this. 6, Rocky 5. 5, Rocky 4. I still like it though. 4, Rocky 3. 3, Rocky 2. 2, Rocky Balboa, Rocky number 1. And this box set kicks ass. It is a must-own for Rocky fans. I recommend it for others as it's pretty cheap on Amazon. I got this for like under 40 bucks on Amazon, and this is highly recommended. That's all I gotta do. That's all I have to say about the box set. Till next time, bitches. Yo, Adrian! I did it!
See you later.